My name is Dr. Chudi Ufondu of Inspirations Global Health Solutions. Thank you so much and welcome to today's Lunchtime PPP Open Clinic. Please, when you join the clinic, let's know who you are, introduce yourself, tell us your location. Your location is very important. In the next 30 minutes, we'll have an opportunity to get feedbacks to all our questions. If today is the first day of attending my clinic, thank you so much. I'm actually here to help you understand your body better, especially if you're believing God to be a mother. This is a very good opportunity for you to learn better so you can practice better. The motto of our organization is PPP. We pray a lot, we play a lot, and we also practice. So the first P remains the most important, which is praying. So we acknowledge God in everything we do. Then we are done with praying. We play. Playing means love making every 48 hours. So you have a day interval, a day break, then you continue the following day. I'm going to give you a typical example of PPP. You see, you went to church on Sunday, and probably you are on a different spiritual realm, and you might just want to use the whole Sunday to, keep in touch with God. Keeping in touch with God doesn't mean you're not going to make love to your partner, right? And the best way and the only way that you can become a mother or a father is through lovemaking. Unfortunately, you can't have immaculate conception. So using our PPP model, if you go to church on Sunday and you open up, you drop all your worries, you drop all your prayer points to God. When you come back and you're not bleeding, you make love to your partner on Sunday, okay? You relax, and when you're making love, you make sure you love your love making. The problem is, most people are just making love mechanically. The body of a woman and the body of a man is not structured to just put the penis inside the vagina. Every love making should be an opportunity to also enjoy your love making. If you don't understand the acts of love making, if you don't understand the processes, we can help you. So that Sunday evening or afternoon or night, whenever you made love. Now on Monday, you can have a break. So the whole of Monday, you can just decide to, stay healthy, no love making. If you don't want, if you still want to make love on Monday, that's okay. But you have to go back to love making on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, you have a little break. Then on Thursday, you resume again. Then on Friday, you go again. So when you do that 24 hours, in regards to reality, when you have a 48 hours gap and you make love and everything in your body is the way God structured it, you're going to be a mother in 2022. You can be to the bank. So this is the practical way of becoming a mother. Now, the other P is practicing. You see, when you have done your best, sometimes in life, you might not get the results you need. This is where we need the help of specialists. So there are specially trained doctors that can help people that are having problems with infertility figure out what the problem is. So when you have said your prayer and you are making love 48 hourly and you are doing everything I teach you guys, which is also a component of practicing, if you are 35 years and above and you have been diligent, you have been meticulous, you have been obsessive about PPP, if you have done this for 6 months, at the end of the 6th month, if you don't have a positive pregnancy test, you need a fertility specialist. If you are below 35 and you have done this for 12 months and you don't have a baby, you need a fertility specialist at the 13th month. This is the best way to tackle infertility. So this is the basis for our PPP anthem. So you can't be following me and you don't know what PPP means. It has worked for so many people. It will continue to work. It's the only way that will get you pregnant. So please, the clinic is going to open now and I'm ready to take care of your questions. So just go ahead and ask your questions. And let me say this, regardless of your cause of infertility, whether low sperm count, whether the female factor, whatever it is, don't stop lovemaking. There are so many people that might have low sperm count that can still get their wife pregnant. There are so many women that might have mild blockage in their tube. When they go for HSG, that HSG fluid can dislodge that mild blockage. So you can still become pregnant if you have mild blockage in your tube. You can still get your woman pregnant if you have low sperm count. You might be shopping for IVF money and suddenly you miss your period. But you have to do the work. You cannot become pregnant in isolation. That's the only difference in our group. When we have said our prayer, if you notice, we pray a lot. I'm a God-fearing person. I'm a Christian. I'm a practical Christian. When I'm done with my prayers, I go to work. Now, as a mother to be in 2022, your duty is to make love 48 hourly. As a father to be in 2022, your duty is to make love 48 hourly, regardless of whatever it is. This is an area so many people are not doing it right. There are so many women that are not making love, and unfortunately, their partners might not be in the same location. I talked to a lady yesterday, and she told me that the problem she's having, doctor, she has to be open with me. The problem she's having is that the husband is always traveling, and whenever he's around, whenever she's telling him to make love, he will be accusing him, oh, why are you always rushing this? That he wants to make love at his own terms. My people, that's not how to get pregnant. There are certain things you cannot argue when it comes to making babies. Do you know why? Because we are the professionals. We know how it will work. So you cannot tell us when you want, when you need help. If everything is working perfectly the way God planned it, nobody will be showing up in this clinic because everybody can easily become pregnant. So there are some men that might be the reason why you don't have a baby today. So please invite your partners, share our videos with them. Let them understand that regular love making is key. You can't sign for my consult and you're not making love. You have already started failing. There is no magic. You have to make love to become pregnant. Very simple. So please, let's do the right thing. Let's start from love making. Let's start from the simple. You know, some people will get married just 2 months and they start taking Clomid. You don't need Clomid, my sister. You don't need that, my brother. Just get ready. Just know your woman. Find each other. You know, enjoy each other. So many people haven't even enjoyed their relationship. They've already started freaking up and down. You don't need to go and waste your money. The money you will use to feed your kids. You're buying Clomid you don't need. Settle down and make love to your partner and you will become pregnant. It will blow your mind away. Okay? All right, let's see what we have. Please go ahead and ask your questions in real time. I'll provide you feedbacks. Remember, we have a special super masterclass on gender selection. If the family peace in your home is in danger because you don't have a baby boy or because you've had boys and they want you to have girls, please come let's fellowship on the 26th. So register for that event. It's going to help you a lot. There are so many methods you've heard before. We are going to verify them. We are going to go there and see if that method is reliable. Then we are going to teach you the reliable method. There are ways you can get a baby boy, and there are ways you can get a baby girl. There are ways you can get twins. There are ways you can get triplets and quadruplets. Everything is all about method. So please go and register for that event, okay? It's strictly optional. If you don't want to register, that's okay. All right, let's care of your questions right now, okay? All right, please ask your questions. Dr. Diche is also in the clinic, and she will be helping me out. Later today, make sure you join Dr. Diche's clinic by 6 p.m. Nigerian time, 1 p.m. Eastern time in US. But guys, ask your questions in real time. Let me provide you feedback. If you need any help, if you need to subscribe, follow admin. Admin is going to guide you. We have 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, A and C, and believing for baby categories. So see what you can afford, then come in. Okay? We've made it very easy for people to come in the category they can afford. So if you can afford to talk to me for 1 week, that's okay. If it's 1 month, that's okay. If it's 3 months, 6 months. But please, when you subscribe, understand what you're subscribing for. That's where reading is very important. So when you know your rights, and I know my rights, I'm going to attend to my own rights, then you attend to your own rights, okay? Okay, let's see. How can you start labor naturally? You can't start labor naturally. Nobody can control labor. Labor is a natural process, so you cannot initiate labor. The only time we can induce labor, it's when we feel the baby is in danger and the woman is in danger and we need to deliver that baby and we don't want to go for CS, then we can initiate labor. It's called labor induction, but you cannot initiate labor by yourself. It's a natural process. It's going to happen when it's going to happen, okay? So your duty as a pregnant woman is to be alert. Matter of fact, once you get to third trimester, start packing your bags. Once your pregnancy has passed 37 weeks, you can have a baby anytime. So pack your bags and be ready. Now, there are key dates you have to be conversant with. There are key parameters you have to be conversant with in your pregnancy. Number one, gestational age. Gestational age is the age of your pregnancy. It's reported in weeks. Number two, expected date of delivery or expected date of confinement. Expected date of delivery is the likely day you should deliver your baby. Now, nobody, from my experience, no one ever came on the right day they told her she would deliver to deliver. It can come before, it can come after, as early as 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after. It's still okay. Now, if you have gone past your expected delivery date and you are not in labor, ring your doctor. Go to your doctor. We're going to examine you. If we need to induce, if we need to augment, if we need to section you, then we can decide to do that. But you cannot initiate labor. Labor is a natural process, okay? Okay, let's continue, guys. Good evening, doc. What causes heavy pain during menses for 2 days? And can this lead to infertility? You see, heavy bleeding and, okay, pain. Now, pain is it's a non-specific sign. Pain can mean a lot of things. Pain can mean infection. Pain can mean inflammation. Pain can mean fibroid. Pain can mean endometriosis, especially if it's something you discovered newly. So what I will simply tell you to do is to go and meet your gynecologist. Let's investigate and see what we can do about this pain. But in the interim, you can pop your paracetamol and go and see your gynecologist. Very, very important. There is no guesswork in medical practice. We need to investigate and see if we can discover why you're having this pain. This pain can mean a lot of things. It can be infection, it can be UTI, it can be STI, it can be a lot of things. It can be allergy, it can be a growth, it can be endometriosis, it can be fibroid. It can be so many things, but there is no guesswork in gynecology. We need to know exactly why that pain is there, okay? So go and see your gynecologist. All right, let's see. Okay. Please, what causes pain in the anus while menstruating? Now, ordinarily, you are not supposed to be having pain in your anal region, okay? Now, there are a couple of things that can lead to anal pain. It can range from hemorrhoids or anal fissures or anal tag or infection. There is no connection between your anus and your vagina where you menstruate. Now, but the whole areas are connected. So any infection, any inflammation in the pelvic region, any inflammation in the vagina can, by default, also affect the anal region. Now, if you notice, there is a thick membrane that separates the vagina from the anus. That area is an area we are very careful with during delivery. Some women can have tear during delivery from the vagina to the anus. So when you have that, you have what we call fistula, vesico-anal fistula. That's a connection between the vagina and the anus. Very nasty situation to have. Now, what you need to do right now with this pain you are having in your anal region, you need to go and see your doctor so we can investigate. Ordinarily, when you're menstruating, you're not supposed to be having pain in the anal region, okay? So you need to meet up with a gynecologist so we can see what's going on, okay? Don't take this for granted. The problem is, we just want a quick fix. Unfortunately, the body of a woman doesn't need quick fix. We need to follow steps to discover what the problem is. So please, make a habit of seeing your gynecologist or at least a general practitioner whenever you have any complaints. Don't stay back home and be using local herbs and be asking your friends or be asking people over the internet. There is no good doctor that can give you any drug over the internet. That doctor is not a good doctor. A good doctor can refer you to a place you will be examined. But no good doctor can tell you to take antibiotics, take this, take that. That's not a good doctor. You can quote me anytime. So we always want to follow due process in our group. So go to a gynecologist. Let's investigate and see why you're having this problem. Okay. Guys, ask your questions. You have an opportunity to get feedbacks from me. And after this, make sure you join Dr. Ndiche's clinic, okay? After this, immediately after this. But this is your opportunity to ask questions and get feedbacks, okay? All right, let's see. Good evening, doc. Please, is this drug, evening primals, good for fertility? The last time I checked, that's more like a multivitamin, okay? What you need without prescription, if you want to become pregnant, it's what? Prenatal multivitamin. It's a preventative drug. That's the only thing you need to take, which your doctor won't give you. Now, if you are having infertility, the right thing to do is to see a fertility specialist. Don't sit back and be taking Clomid and be taking other drugs that your doctor didn't give you. The only allowable drug you can take by yourself without prescription, you are actually supposed to start taking it from 3 months before the period you're intending to be pregnant and 3 months into your pregnancy. So that period of 6 months is very important. Your prenatal multivitamins. If you're in Nigeria, you can take your Pregnant Care. Pregnant Care is a popular one out there. Okay, let's continue, guys. How do you register for the seminar? Follow my admin. Please keep asking your questions. Admin is sharing every detail you need. If you need to register for that gender masterclass, which I will actually encourage you to do, make sure you come with your partner so your partner will understand better. Please, if you haven't invited your husbands to this group, please invite them. We are family friendly. We are husband friendly. We are boyfriend friendly. We are fiancé and fiancée friendly. We are single friendly. We are separated friendly. We are divorce friendly. It's a community of everybody. Come as you are. Christians, Muslims, atheists, it doesn't matter, just come. We love you the way you are. Okay, so make sure you share this group with your partner. It's very important he's hearing it by himself. You see, some men are so full of pride that no matter what you tell them, they already believe you don't know anything. Let's actually talk. There are so many of you that are in slavery. You are not in marriages. You are not in a loving relationship because anything you suggest to your husband, he feels you don't know anything. Now, that's not marriage. That's not love. You're in slavery. You need to say something. You need to suggest. You need to discuss. You need to have a family meeting, actually, regarding starting your family. So if your partner is not listening to you, find a way to invite him so he can hear by himself. But don't allow anybody under the auspices of marriage to bully you, to cajole you, to treat you like a slave. You're nobody's slave. And look, I'm telling you the truth. The problem we have in matrimony, the problem we have in so many marriages is the fact that the men are bullying you and they think they are doing you a favor. Nobody should do you a favor. And this is why you need to empower yourself. The biggest way to empower yourself is to be independent economically, to take care of your basic needs. You might not necessarily be making millions, but you can afford to, use your 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 to do something that will empower you, to attend classes. You don't need to put application for any money your husband will give you. That's not marriage. Go and find something to do to empower yourself. Go and hustle out there. Don't depend on your partner to give you money for data. That's why the problems start. They give you money for data. They tell you the groups to go to and the groups not to go to. Marriage is for adults. Okay, let's continue, guys. All right, let's see what we have. Look, my clinic is an open, truthful clinic. If you want the truth, I'll give you the truth. I don't conform to standards. That's why some people might not like my own delivery method. I come in here, I tell you what you need to do. You cannot be in a relationship, even boy and girlfriend relationship. They are bullying you. You go out there, what can I do now? 2,000 naira to buy pad, you're putting application. 1,000 naira to buy whatever, you're putting application. To Oga Pata Pata. Come on now. And some of you are graduates. Create your own job. Use your own talent. Don't just go be copying and pasting about Big Brother, about nonsense, about people's relationship. Go and use your timeline and find something to do. The moment your partner sees you're making your own money, he will respect you. Some of them will want to bully you, but you refuse. Nobody in this group should be bullied. Very important. Okay, let's see. What drugs can you use to maintain your fertility while spacing your kids? That's a very wrong question to ask, my sister. There is no such drugs to maintain your fertility. You just need to be eating healthy, exercising, avoiding stress. You know, the problem is so many people go seeking drugs for this, for that. It's not everything you need drugs for. What you should actually be looking for is a reliable contraception. So let me tell you the truth. If your economy can take care of one kid, please have one kid. If your economy can take care of 2 kids, please have 2 kids and stand on the 2 kids. The fact your mother gave birth to 13 kids and your sisters that probably they have money, they have 10 kids and you want to compete with them and you have 10 kids, then you give your 8 kids away and you want everybody to treat them right, you are abusing those kids. So whichever number of kids you can have them. Then go for a reliable contraceptive. We have 13 different methods for women. Then we have about 3 methods for men. Have it as a family meeting. Discuss the number of kids your economy can carry. But there is no special drug that you will be taking and you'll be maintaining your fertility. There is no such thing, okay, my sister? Be careful. It's not everything you need drugs for, okay? Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's see what we have. Doc, what could stop you from getting pregnant while your husband's sperm is very good, according to the doctor, and you are ovulating, according to the doctor, but up till now, you're not pregnant? My sister, pregnancy is a complex process. Now, I don't know who this doctor is. I don't know if you've seen a fertility specialist. I don't know if we've done other tests. There are so many other things we need to do besides your ovulating. And we need to actually confirm you're ovulating. The fact you see your cervical egg white mucus and you have all the symptoms like you're ovulating still doesn't confirm you're ovulating. So you need a fertility specialist. We need to check your partner's sperm. When we are checking your partner's sperm, we are looking at 3 things: the motility, the morphology, and the count. Now for you, we need to check your tubes. So we need to run HSG. We need to do a hormonal test. We need to look at your womb. We need to look at your body weight. There are so many factors that come together to aid in pregnancy. Now, don't back yourself up in a situation you think that everything is good, but you're not becoming pregnant. Meanwhile, you haven't gone for your fertility assessment. You need to go for fertility assessment. There are standard investigations that every woman must go for. Number 1, your egg reserve. We need to confirm you at least have eggs. This is where so many women are not getting it right. You might be crying since 5 years ago that you don't have a baby. Lo and behold, your reserve is finished. So you need to go for what? Ovarian egg reserve. We need to check your FSH. We need to check your AMH. We need to check your estrogen level. The 3 hormones can tell us the number and the quantity and the quality of eggs you have remaining. Now, your ovarian egg reserve will determine how fast and how soon you need to run to start your family. Unfortunately, by the time you get to 35, your reserve will start depreciating. When your reserve is depreciating, your fertility is depreciating. So a woman in her 36 will find it more difficult becoming pregnant compared to a woman in her 26. Now, the older you get, the more difficult it becomes. So for this lady that is, oh, everything is okay with me and my husband, how do we know? Have you seen a fertility specialist? What exactly is the problem? Now, some people can have what you call unexplained infertility. So you might be okay, your partner might be okay, but still you're not able to become pregnant. If you happen to find yourself in this category, there are a couple of things you need to do. First of all, you need a fertility specialist. When you get to the fertility specialist, we start you on clomid. We give you clomid for a specific period. If you're still not pregnant, you come back. We consider IUI with your natural cycle. If IUI fails, you come back for IUI with clomid. If IUI with clomid fails, you come back with IUI with injectables. If IUI with injectable fails, then we go to IVF. This is the right stepwise way of managing unexplained infertility. But for whatever reason, don't be in your denial and you are only praying and you are waiting for a particular day you might think you're ovulating to make love. So long as you're not bleeding, make love. And some people also enjoy making love during their bleeding. If you happen to find yourself in this category, it's okay. It's okay to make love during your bleeding. If you guys want to, if you guys accept it, if both of you are hygienically okay, there is nothing wrong in it. Okay? Some people prefer making love during their bleeding. It's okay. All right? All right. It's called variety. It's called live and let live. So what might work for you might not work for the other person. So we don't condemn anybody in this group. It's not our duty to condemn. Okay? All right. Let's continue. Great job, Dr. Ndiche. Let's continue, guys. Let's quickly wrap up so we can go and get ready for Dr. Ndiche's clinic. Okay, ask your questions, please. If you need any help, follow admin. Admin is diligently and meticulously sharing all the details. So let me give you an example. My sister, if it's only 2,000 naira you have, and you know you need help in September, today is the 9th, please go and use your 2,000 naira and secure a one-week consult. There is no way you will be under me for 1 week and your life will change unless you don't want to change. Come in for 1 week. If you know it's 5,000 naira you have, come in for 1 month. If you know it's 10,000 naira you have, come in for 3 months. If you can afford 20,000 naira, come in for 6 months. The higher you get, the more incentives you're gonna get. If you are already pregnant, my sister, go and look for that 10,000 naira and join the ANC. Your baby is richer than anything you have in your world. Secure your family. Unfortunately, it's expensive. I wish I have enough money to be there for everybody. That's my prayer. So when you kneel down to pray next, pray God. Your prayer point should be, please God, make Dr. Chukudi a billionaire in dollars. My people, if I become a billionaire in dollars today, I will leave America immediately and I will come to Nigeria and I will help all the women that are looking for babies. And you will become. But I don't have that money now. And you need to become. You need to be a mother. And unfortunately, it's expensive. But we cannot, because of money, and we won't start a family. We cannot. We have to start. Okay, so we need to prioritize our family. If it's difficult, you go and find a way to overcome the difficulties. If it's challenging, you go and find a way to overcome the challenges. You must mount the podium in 2022. When others are showing their babies, you must also show your babies. You cannot show excuses, my people. Look, I'm telling you the truth. I don't want any member of my group, when we are planning to cross over to 2022, you are crying, you are regretting. No regrets. Let's get it right. At least become pregnant on the 1st of December. We cannot carry over our infertility to 2022. No, not in this group. We cannot. We are done. Enough is enough. My people, unless you say enough is enough for infertility, it will keep messing with you. Infertility is a war. Infertility is a monster. It is not something you'll be telling, okay, let's go slowly. Oh, work out. No. You have to be pissed. You have to marshal out all your arsenals to attack infertility. Unless you do this, infertility will keep rearing their ugly eyes on you every single year. We are tired of having our women crying. We are tired of having our women not becoming mothers when they could have become grandmothers. There are so many grandmothers in this group, but because they are not doing the right things, because their partners are not following instructions, they are still hurting. Your mothers gave birth to you. Why can't you give birth to your own babies? Our parents had us when it was more difficult. When our parents had that, there was no CS, there was no tertiary center, there was no all this Facebook and all this social media everywhere. But they had babies. So many of them had 20, 24, 13. So many had so many babies. And we are struggling to just have only one. Let's think about that for a moment. Okay? All right, guys, let me take care of one more question, then we go for today, okay? Then you go and join Dr. Ndiche's clinic. If you don't know how to calculate your ovulation, follow my admin. My admin is making life easy for everybody. So if you don't know how to calculate your ovulation, which you should know how to calculate anyway, and know your fertility window, follow admin. Admin has already shared that article. 3 days of menstrual bleeding is completely okay. The duration is 2 to 7 days. So if you are bleeding completely for 2 days, completely okay. If you're bleeding completely for 7 days, completely okay. But when you begin to bleed into the 8th day, or when you are bleeding for only 1 day, then you need to see a fertility specialist immediately. Okay. Okay, guys, let me take care of one more. I always want to do one more before I go. Okay, let's see. Great job, Dr. Ndiche. You should be getting ready for your clinic any moment from now. Okay, guys, let's see. Where are the questions? Hold on. Can one be ovulating and menstruating at the same time? No, you do not ovulate when you are menstruating, but you can become pregnant when you make love during your menstruating if you have a shorter cycle. Because shortly after your partner pours the semen, which contains the sperm, which can survive up to 7 days in your vagina, shortly after you're menstruating, if you have a short cycle, you can release your egg and you can become pregnant. But conventionally and medically, you don't ovulate when you are menstruating. Okay. Okay, it looks like Dr. Ndiche has actually tackled all the questions. She's a very, very smart lady. Okay, very, very smart lady. We are blessed to have her. Great job, Dr. Ndiche. You see, God handpicked all the people we've been working with. From my COO to Dr. Ndiche to Chinyere to Ebenezer to Onyinye to all our helpers, to the likes of Jessica's, to the likes of Nonsos, to the likes of Margaret. Thank you guys so much for supporting this group. Without you guys, we won't be where we find ourselves today. So when you come to this community, always ask, how can I help make this group a better group? Because this is a group that is community-based. We show up every day to serve the community. Okay, guys, I'm looking for one more question to answer before I go. And I'm still searching. It looks like Dr. Ndiche hijacked all the questions. All right, guys, just give me one more minute. Let me go down. Then hopefully we've attended to everybody that came to the clinic today. Okay. All right, great job, Onyinye. Great job, Chinyere. You guys are doing amazing. Okay, guys, I believe we've done justice to everything we have today. So if you need any further help, follow my admin. Admin is always very eager to help. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me attend to this. Then that will be the end. Okay, Doc. Okay. What do you mean by your MP? Okay, do you mean menstrual period? Okay, 27, but now it's 30 for 2 months. Completely okay. Completely okay. What you should keep your eye on, my dear, is the range. The normal range of your menstrual cycle is 21 to 35 days. So if you used to have 27, now it's 30 for the past 2 months. What do? Very simple mathematics. So you add your 27 and you add your 30 and you add your 30 again. So 27 plus 30 plus 30 divided by 3. So you should be getting about 28. So guess what? You have a normal cycle. So you're not supposed to freak out, okay? All right? No problems at all. Thank you for coming. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is my 40th Fridays. We're going to find a good topic and we're going to continue the onslaught on infertility. Until the last woman in this group becomes pregnant, we're not going to stop. So please make sure you transition to Dr. Ndiche's clinic. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.